Hello, this is Andrew with Bike, and this is a Dynaplug Racer Pro tubeless repair tool kit. I'm not sure exactly what the right thing to call this is. It's a tool that you take with you on your bicycle when you're out riding, probably in a race, where the amount of time that it takes to deal with a tubeless puncture is significant and important enough that using a tool that costs $55 or so is worth it. This guy is 25.6 grams, which means that it's relatively light, easy enough to stick in a jersey pocket or somewhere else where it's really easy to get to it, because again, the key behind this tool is that it's quick and easy to use it. When you buy the tool, you get some instructions, a little bag, the tool, and a pipe cleaner, which we'll talk about in a second here. On either side, there are plugs. And these plugs have either a big side, which is this one. Let's see if I can get that out. Nope. Oh, there it goes. No, it doesn't want to count. So we'll use this side. And a small one. There are 3 small ones because these guys screw out, and there's a dart, big dart, little dart, little dart, little dart, little dart. And the idea is that you stick that through the hole and you pull it back out and you leave this guy, this thing, behind to plug the hole. The main use case for this is for like gravel and mountain bike racing. I'm not sure that I would use this on a road tire or a road rim for that matter, but you probably could in a pinch. And then this pipe cleaner is there to clean out the tube that's machined into here, just to make sure that when you re-provision these guys after you buy one, and they are relatively expensive for what they are, you're not going to have sealant or garbage or whatever inside of there. So you put that back together again. Put that to the side. Do that. So the purpose of this video is not to review this thing. I posted once that I thought this wasn't an awesome idea, and I haven't been able to arrange for Dynaplug to send me one of these, so I went out and bought one myself. And I thought, hey, I have a broken carbon rim. Why not see what happens if I take this thing and I pound on the rim? Because my concern here is that while brass is a relatively soft metal and carbon is a relatively hard material, carbon fiber isn't just carbon. It's carbon and resin, carbon fibers and resin's actually very soft, relatively. And so there's potential here that, given the right situation, one of these guys could actually damage the rim. I reached out to several rim manufacturers, carbon rim manufacturers, including SRAM, who make Zip, Reynolds and Bontrager and Envy and Farsports. And I wasn't able to get a good answer to the question on whether or not they would warranty replace a carbon rim that was damaged by one of these guys. The consensus was it should be fine. Now, of course, it should be fine is probably fine for some people, but it's not fine for the more risk adverse like myself. So I pushed on one of them, and basically the answer came back is that it's probably good, but you're kind of using it on your own risk, and it would probably be dependent on the situation whether or not that company would warranty repair it. Not awesome response, or not the response that I was hoping for. I was hoping for them to say yes or for them to say no. So let's take our rim and let's see what happens when I have a go at it. So let's switch cameras here. And let's just see if we can draw on the rim with the brass side here. Yep. Clearly this is not a tool meant for drawing. But you can see here I am actually marking the rim to some extent. I suspect that this is just brass actually rubbing off on the carbon, but you know, it's kind of hard to tell whether or not it's cutting it. It's still smooth to the touch. So I would say that that's probably fine. I should probably explain a little bit more what the concern is, because obviously if the tire is fully inflated or inflated enough, this brass tip is never going to make contact with the rim, probably. But if you burp the tire or you lose pressure somehow, like this didn't seal it properly, or you get another puncture, there's always a chance that as you ride, either the tire is losing air or the tire deflates rapidly and you contact the rim with this brass thing. So let's pound on the rim a little bit. So I don't know if you can see these. Let me get a little bit closer in. So I wasn't able to delaminate anything in here or make any real marks. You can kind of see I'm just kind of making these brass marks. But on the outside here, and I suspect that there's probably a clear coat on here, I am making marks in the clear coat, and you can see I struck it there a little bit too with the same thing. But, I mean, these are raised a little bit. Let's have a few more whacks. Okay, so nothing new. Again, the outside, I'm able to mark it up in a not concerningly destructive way, but definitely a destructive way. Inside the rim, nothing's happening. I mean, besides from the marking it up a little bit, but nothing that I would be concerned about. So while this result is somewhat inconclusive, it is comforting enough for me personally to say that I will, oops, hopefully I didn't break that, that I will be including this in my race kit, because when time matters, maybe it's worth taking the risk to get some potential marks on the inside of your rim. You just have to be careful. If you know you have one of these in here, I would not use it as a permanent fix. You know you have one of these in there, to pay attention for potential catastrophic air loss, because I still don't know what's going to happen, but I am confident enough and comfortable enough that this is safe-ish. Now, I know that's not a great answer, but it's the best answer I can get without maybe taking a hammer and seeing if I can pound it through there, which I actually don't think is realistic, so I don't think it's fair to do that. Anyway, hope you thought that was useful. If you did, go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below and I will get to them as soon as I can. Thanks.